ones, just so we can get them all back.
Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest building, but they cannot touch the foundation of America.
I can hear you, the rest of the world hears you, and the people who knocked these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
"21 years ago, on this very day, something happened that shook America as well as the rest of the world in a way that we hopefully will never have to endure again. With over 3,000 found victims and a very high chance of there being a lot more, everyone knows the story, but does everybody know the truth?" Welcome to Don't Trust What You See, a show that we dig in deep to find the truth, not the truth that they want us to know, the truth that's actually there. Before we begin this journey, I just want to start off by saying that the family of every single person affected on September 11, 2001 has my deepest condolences and sorrow for the incredible lives lost on this very day. Let's have a moment of silence for these people. Now, let's start this story at the very beginning, the day the Twin Towers were thought of. The year was 1947, and it came into fruition by no other than Thomas E. Dewey, the governor at the time, when he brought his proposal to create these towers to the City Board of Estimate. They went on to reject it, saying it wouldn't pay for itself and that it would cost too much money to have a taxpayer pay for it. You could tell this was 1947. They actually cared about the budget. Anyways, the idea intrigued a couple of CEOs and planners in the area. Because of this, it got the help it needed to be refined and promoted. The production of the towers began in 1966. The North Tower was completed only 5 years later, in 1971. Then, 2 years later, in 1973, the South Tower was finished. So, the project took 7 years in total. The official opening of the World Trade Center is April 4th, 1973, and the foundation dug 73 feet into the ground. And it was 10 million square feet of office space. It was open and operational for the next 28 years, and no one really thought about it. But then, on September 11, 2001, something happened that changed the world. Everybody knows exactly what happened on September 11, 2001. But who were the people that did such an evil thing? The hijackers were 19 men affiliated with the militant Islamic group Al-Qaeda. They hailed from 4 countries. 15 of them were citizens of Saudi Arabia, 2 were from United Arab Emirates, 1 was from Lebanon, and 1 was from Europe. To carry out the attacks, the hijackers organized into 4 teams, each led by a pilot-trained hijacker who would command the flight, with 3 or 4, quote, muscle hijackers, who were trained to help subdue the pilots, passengers, and crew. Each team was assigned a different flight and was given a unique target to crash their respective planes into. The first hijackers to arrive in the United States were this a-hole who settled in San Diego County, California in January 2000. They were followed by 3 hijacker pilots. I like to call him a-hole number 1, a-hole number 2, and a-hole number 3 in the mid-2000s to undertake flight training in South Florida. The 4th hijacker, I like to call a-hole number 5, arrived in San Diego in December 2000. The rest of the quote muscle hijackers arrived in early and mid-2001. One flight out of 4 was headed to the North Tower and was American Airlines Flight 11 and had 5 hijackers on there. Another plane was headed towards the South Tower and was United Airlines Flight 175. Another flight was American Airlines Flight 77 and was headed towards the Pentagon and had 5 people on it. And flight number 4 was headed towards Pennsylvania and was United Airlines Flight 93. These sick people made announcements over the intercom saying, "We have some planes.
Just stay quiet and you'll be okay. We're heading to the airport.
Just stay quiet and you'll be okay. We're returning to the airport.
Nobody move. Everything will be okay. If you try to make any move, you'll injure yourself and the airplane.
Just stay quiet.
Nobody move, please. Going back to the airport.
Don't try to make any stupid moves.
Don't try to make any stupid moves.
It's funny that they say don't make any stupid moves because he said this over air traffic control, not the overcom. So what were the people's reaction when this happened? For this question, I had to call my grandma.
Everyone was standing there like a shock that happened. Something that happens, you're like, I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. And then I think once it all happened, it was almost like a surreal moment. Is this a nightmare or is this something that actually is happening? Because that is how the feeling was.
What did the president during this time say? He said, no, I have to go to that very location at which this happened.
I want you all to know that America today is on bended knee in prayer for the people whose lives were lost here, for the workers who work here, for the families who mourn. This nation stands with the good people of New York City as we mourn the loss of thousands of our citizens. I can hear you. I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you. And the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
And confront all the people and first responders that helped many people survive that day. So that's exactly what he did. He had this speech exactly at the location at which this happened. And he had America united at great lengths. The best it has ever been in American history. Also, his approval rating was 95%, the highest any president has ever had, probably since Abraham Lincoln. So now that we know all of this information, what do you think about 9/11? And do you know anybody that had sadly been killed during this sad day in American history? If you did, leave it in the comments down below because I would like to hear your story. Thank you all for watching, and I hope that every single person affected by these evil people gets some sort of hope in life. Other than that, God bless every single one of you, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Hey, before you go, don't forget to check out all my other content that I don't only have on this channel, but all of my other channels that I have. I do have a cooking channel where I make weekly videos that I make pancakes and cupcakes and all different things like that. I also have a podcast channel where it is not political at all, and I just talk about my daily life. That's available on all the popular streaming platforms. And finally, we have this show, and we have a new show. If you did like this video, please subscribe down below for weekly content and like this video so I know that you like videos like this. Thank you all and have a great one. Bye.